Ofsted updated its education inspection framework in September 2019. The two documents updated were, 1. Early Years Inspection Handbook, 2019, 2. Inspecting Safeguarding in Early Years and Skills Settings, 2019. The Early Years Inspection Handbook, 2019, tells us about the new judgment areas and grade descriptors. There is now less focus on data and more focus on vocabulary, physical development, quality of education, leadership and management, cultural capital. Key changes to the Early Years Inspection Handbook, 2019. Key changes include: personal development will now be separated from behavior and attitudes. Quality of education is a new judgment area. Quality of education replaces quality teaching, assessment and learning and outcomes, less of a focus on data. Judgment will be based on your practice of intent. What do you want the children to learn? Implementation. How you will help them to progress in the 7 areas of learning. Impact. How do you know that what you have done has helped the child to learn? What has the child learned? Inspectors will grade all 3 of these as one by considering a fully embedded ethos/vision, a clear understanding of the educational approach, characteristics of effective learning and a well-embedded approach to teaching and learning. Cultural capital. The education inspection framework will also assess how well staff are supporting children to enjoy books. Cultural capital, a new term included in the Early Years Inspection Handbook, 2019, is cultural capital. Cultural capital is the essential knowledge that children need to prepare them for their future success. It is about giving children the best possible start to their early education. What does cultural capital mean? Broadening minds and outlook on life. Experiencing awe and wonder. Reducing disadvantage. Understanding children's backgrounds and experiences. Developing knowledge and understanding of the community and wider world. Personal development. As personal development will now be separated from behavior and attitudes, how can you demonstrate that your nursery successfully promotes personal development? Providing a rich set of experiences that promote an understanding of people, families and communities beyond their own. Teach the language of feelings to develop emotional literacy. Supporting principles of equality, diversity and British values. Practice supports emotional security. Care practices promote resilience and independence. Celebrating each unique child. Supporting appropriate risk and challenge to develop physical and emotional health. Supporting physical needs with clear, consistent messages to support healthy diet and healthy choices, physically active play, rest, exercise and screen time. Helping children to gain effective understanding or risks including when using the internet, digital technology and social media and where to access support if they need it. Behavior and attitudes will now be considered through the characteristics of effective learning and how practitioners deal with and support any incidents of behavior. Inspectors will consider the ways in which children at your nursery demonstrate their attitudes and behavior through the characteristics of effective learning. Playing and exploring. Active learning. Creating and thinking critically. When reaching a judgment, inspectors must use their professional judgment to consider the ages, development and stages of the children. Leaders and managers should have an accurate view of the quality of their provision and know what to improve. They do not need a written self-evaluation but should be prepared to discuss the quality of education and care they provide and how well they meet the needs of the children. Your priorities under leadership and management are: clear responsibilities and accountability. Clear and ambitious vision. Well-being versus workload. Monitoring the quality of early education curriculum. Monitoring and managing staff performance. Leaders act with integrity to ensure that all children, particularly those with SEND, have full access to their entitlement to early education. Safeguarding. Safeguarding is still inspected under leadership and management, and will focus on these three key areas. 1. Identify. How do leaders and staff identify learners who may need early help or who are at risk of abuse? 2. Help. What timely action do staff take to ensure that learners get the right support when they need it, including preventative work, and how well do they work with other agencies? 3. Manage. How do responsible bodies and staff manage their statutory responsibilities and, in particular, how do they manage safe recruitment and respond to allegations about staff/other adults?